Today we're about to delve into a topic that few ever desire to experience, and one that most prefer to avoid discussing altogether: the subject of infidelity. If you've ever found yourself on the receiving end of betrayal, you're well aware of the anguish it brings and the bewildering blend of emotions it stirs within. Feelings like shame, as if your actions somehow prompted the other person's unfaithfulness, or the notion that if you were different or better in some way, such a betrayal wouldn't have occurred. However, it's crucial to understand this. You have no control over someone else's choices. If they choose to cheat, the responsibility lies solely with them. Furthermore, it's worth noting that individuals often exhibit warning signs before they engage in such behavior. Identifying these signs empower us to take proactive measures and potentially alter the course of events. Today, I'll provide you with insights into the 7 signs that men typically display before they cheat. Number 1, he exhibits a rather suspicious attitude regarding his phone. It's quite evident that he's very secretive when it comes to his phone, and there is even a possibility that he possesses 2 of them. His behavior includes going to great lengths to ensure you don't catch a glimpse of any incoming texts, or discreetly taking calls, often leaving the room to do so. Now let's get to the heart of the matter. Individuals who have nothing to conceal typically don't make an effort to hide anything. If he's adamant about keeping his phone out of your view or concealing its contents, it's a clear indicator of questionable conduct that warrants a conversation to address any concerns within the relationship. Number 2, he doesn't have sex with you anymore. It's important to observe that all these are alterations in behavior, indicating a shift from the previous state. This aspect holds significant importance because sexual activity reflects the level of connection and intimacy between partners. So if you previously enjoyed a healthy sex life, but now observe this change, the dwindling of sexual activity, it's a troubling sign. This situation can only persist for so long before either resolving it or witnessing the relationship's demise. In some cases, when sexual activity wanes, a partner may bring up the issue for discussion in an attempt to address it. On the other hand, there are instances where a partner may seek sexual fulfillment elsewhere. If you detect a decline in sexual intimacy within your relationship, it is crucial to address this issue promptly. This step can help you determine if there is a possibility to revive the relationship and get it back on track. Number 3, he initiates unnecessary fights with you. He engages in these unwarranted arguments, and you might observe a sudden increase in his irritability and the frequency of these confrontations, which were not characteristic of him before. In these situations, he tends to paint you as the one at fault. Here's the underlying dynamic at play. It's possible that he isn't consciously aware of his actions, but his subconscious mind appears to have a mechanism that aims to make the relationship feel painful and uncomfortable. The reason behind this is that if the relationship becomes unbearable, it becomes easier for him to either exit the relationship or engage in infidelity. Essentially, he may be experiencing guilt over what he's either contemplating or currently doing. By making you appear as a problematic one in their relationship, he attempts to elevate some of the guilt he feels. So if you find yourselves frequently engaged in heated arguments with him being overly irritable and placing blame on you, it's certainly a matter worth addressing within the context of your relationship. Number 4, he exhibits an air of mystery and vagueness, particularly regarding his time away from you. When a man is head over heels for you, his absence should translate into excitement to share every moment upon his return. He should eagerly unfold each detail, recounting his adventures with enthusiasm. He'll regale you with stories of where he went, what he saw, and the experiences he cherished. His objective? To bring you into his world. This level of openness stems from his profound love for you, as you're not just anyone, you're his partner. Conversely, a concerning sign arises when he shrouds his action in secrecy. He becomes elusive and reticent, refusing to divulge any specifics for fear of incrimination. Some men may naturally be less forthcoming, but the line between natural reservation and suspicious behavior is crossed when he becomes irritable at your inquiries. It's perfectly reasonable for you to want to know what's happening in his life because you care about him. If he responds with anger or tries to make you feel wrong for seeking information, that's a clear warning sign. For example, if you innocently ask the name of the restaurant he visited with his friends and he becomes furious, it's an unjustified reaction. Perhaps you wanted to recommend it to your girlfriends or, who knows, plan a future date with someone else after parting ways with him. Number 5. He attempts to manipulate your perception. To put it differently, he aims to cast doubt on your sanity. He endeavors to portray you as irrational, overly suspicious, and lacking trust. Furthermore, he will invert the narrative. He will strive to depict you as an aggressor, painting himself as a victim, insisting he has done nothing wrong, even though he is attempting to gaslight you. It's essential to note that none of his accounts align, everything remains unclear, and he continues to evade providing straightforward answers regarding recent events. His intent behind this gaslighting is to sow uncertainty within you, causing you to question your recollection and interpretation of events, leading you to believe your judgment is flawed. In doing so, he positions himself in a position of power. It's crucial not to allow him to succeed in his manipulation. If you sense that something isn't right, it's because something truly is amiss. Trust your instincts and initiate a conversation with him about your concerns. Number 6. He tells you his history of infidelity in previous relationships. This point cannot be emphasized enough. People will reveal their true selves to you if you are open to hearing it. One of the most invaluable pieces of dating advice I've ever encountered is to believe individuals when they disclose their true character early on in the relationship. This is particularly relevant to men who have a history of cheating. During their courtship with a woman, they may share anecdotes about their past infidelities. They might admit that they lacked the courage to end a relationship, so they resorted to cheating as a means to prompt a breakup. And it won't just be a solitary occurrence. They may recount several such incidents. One of the underlying reasons why men engage in this behavior is because, on a subconscious level, it serves as a disclaimer for the future actions in the current relationship. When they eventually exhibit similar behavior in the new relationship, they can say, "See, I warned you. I attempted to convey my true self in this relationship." Ultimately, if someone is boasting about their colorful past, exercise caution in how deeply you invest in their new relationship until you are certain that they are on a different path. Number 7. Trust your intuition. Your intuition serves as a valuable guide, alerting you when something doesn't quite add up. Trust it. You're not being overly suspicious or losing your mind. Your intuition exists for a purpose. It's a subtle inner voice bestowed upon you by your higher power, and it deserves your trust. If you sense that something is awry, it's likely for a reason. In such moments, summon the courage to initiate a conversation. Remember, the quality of our lives hinges on our willingness to engage in uncomfortable discussions. Your readiness to address potential issues early in a relationship will significantly impact the depth and quality of that connection. So here's my question for you. What are the telltale signs you've observed in someone's behavior before they've strayed? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. I hope this advice proves beneficial to you. Your journey to an extraordinary love life and the creation of a remarkable, enduring romance begins here. Thanks for watching.